Alright, welcome back to SOS. I'm Stats on BA. Sorry guys and gals, I'm way over here. But today we're going to be making some homemade fire tenders. They're like this. Let me just go ahead and open these up. I'll light these up near the end so you can see them. But they're like this, and I'll show you what I'm going to make these out of. They have a burn time of ridiculous. It goes for several minutes. So there's different ways you can do this. You can go and buy tinder wicks from Walmart or wherever, tinder wicks, standard tinder wicks. Or, you can roll up wax paper. There's so many different techniques for this. You can also use toilet paper. This is a tampon cut into 4 pieces. I just wanted to show that because someone's probably going to ask. So you roll up your toilet paper, right? And you cut into 4 pieces or 3 pieces, whichever you prefer. Let's do 4 pieces. There we go. They don't have to be super long or anything. I mean, you can cut them down and you can cut up the swirly ends if you have funky ends. And then I've got today, I'm going to be using beeswax for this. These are beeswax chunks. We're going to melt this down. I'm going to try and do something with some jute cord. I'm going to try and make some fire rope, some jute rope. And you get yourself a magnesium block and a drill bit and a drill, and you can drill out and make yourself some nice shavings from magnesium. Okay. I'll probably add in at some point. I'll probably mix stuff up, and I'll probably do some cotton balls or something like that in the mix with this, because I'm going to use up what's left. But I've got some fat wood here that I'm going to break up into smaller chunks. You can bash this stuff with a hammer. You can, it'll break in half. Just like that. So then you start getting these little chunks. You just got to break this stuff up. I'm not going to show all the details of having to break that up because I don't want to drag you through it. But I'm going to break this up. This is going to be heated up and melted, and you'll see all that in just a minute. I might even, at some point towards the end, throw in some Fritos. Just about melted all the way. The cool thing about beeswax is it doesn't melt in your car. It takes longer to melt. I'm not going to videotape trying to melt beeswax. And you don't have to keep the heat up. You just have to get it hot and melted. And be careful pouring everything in. Now that I've got that done, I can turn this off. I don't need the wax to have a flame anymore, so got that done. Okay, gonna need to get some wax paper. First things first, go ahead and put my, probably gonna have to rip that open. Just pour that on in there. And you're just mixing all this up. Remember, I've got the heat turned off. I don't have any fire going. I'm just mixing up stuff now. The next thing I want to do here, get all that done. So let's go ahead and mix in all these. Set them in places where they'll absorb the wax. It looks like I've made fire cookies. Okay. Nothing wrong with fire cookies. I've got, pretty soon, once these dry all the way, I'll have a whole bag full of fire cookies that'll be rather interesting to light up. But each one of them, you can break it apart and you'll have your, the tenders, you know, the softer point, and you'll be able to strike and make a fire with. But these are going to be like fire cookie bombs, because I mean that's a lot of magnesium and that is a lot of fat wood, and the fat wood is sealed, so the fat wood's actually sealed with extra beeswax. Well, the beeswax is sealing up the fat wood even more, so it'll be less likely to dry out, which would be great. And these would be great put inside of a Ziploc bag to have with you. They're little fire cookies. And they'll be nice and dry pretty soon, but they just break right off. Look at that nice flat bottom there, and they're fire cookies. Why not? Fire cookies, yeah. It's still a little damp. It's not fully dry on the inside. There it goes. See what happens with fire cookie. What does fire cookie look like? Should I start the clock? Start the time? Alright. We'll do one of those let's speed up the video moments, and I'll tell you how long this takes. But just from the look of that, that's going to be a while. The flippin' fire cookie, man. See, I was going to go for something smaller, but you've got to really grind up the fat wood, and I'm just not getting it ground up enough. That's something else I'll have to, like, I have to use my drill and get some good shavings from fat wood. I think this will burn for a while. What do you guys think? It's got magnesium in there too. That magnesium's going up. Bet you that is hot. Yeah. Alright. You guys just want to stay here and watch the fire with me? So just keep filming? You know you want to watch this. The weird things that I do on a daily basis. Look at that thing. That thing's going nuts. Fire cookie, ladies and gentlemen. This is the fire cookie. So if you were in a situation where there's snow or whatever, I think you could rely on fire cookie. Just one of these guys. If you got wet conditions, I think fire cookie will save the day. Look at that craziness, man. Just keep pushing it together. I mean, we're at 3 minutes. It's been burning for almost 3 minutes. It'll keep burning. I know it will. There's still fat wood in there. And you just keep rolling it around. So once these things dry out all the way, they'll be pretty sweet. Alright, I'm tuning back. We're at 5 minutes now, and it's still going. It's actually getting hotter. If you just move it around. It actually, if you just move it around, it actually becomes bigger. A bigger flame. Look at that. Crazy. That is nuts. Freaking fire cookie. And man, I bet this thing would burn for 20-30 minutes, probably longer than that. Crazy train. A little effort to make, but there you go. In my attempt to put it out by dumping it on the ground, it's still lit. I mean, moving it around only makes it hotter. Freaking fire cookie. Fire cookie, man. Freaking fire cookie, man. Look at this. They're perfect. They just peel right off the wax paper. They're flipping fire cookies. Now, I can put these in my bag and I can almost guarantee a fire that even if I don't have much, this is going to light up like crazy. So it's cool. It's cool to have. I mean, something unique like this. But I wish I would have done a better job and made it all fancy, but it's all right. And these will be fun. I figured I would share, and I mean, it's much easier when you combine stuff together. And look, I did it with toilet paper. So that's toilet paper. That's not nothing fancy. Just some toilet paper and some beeswax. Beeswax does burn longer and hotter, so keep that in mind. And the fat wood, you can do fat wood shavings or whatever. If you get the little pencil stick kind and you just do shavings with a pencil sharpener and get them a little bit finer. I thought about doing that, but I'm digging the fat wood cookies. Anyway, watch Nice West. I'm Stas RBA. Have a beautiful, fabulous, fantastic day. Rainbows and unicorns. God bless. Take care.